Hello learners, so today we will solve this paper Cambridge IGCSE and we will start from the last question. So let's start from the last question and solve the complete paper in less than half an hour. So let's start. So last question says differentiate x cube minus 4x square minus 3x. So how do we differentiate x cube? It is 3x to the power 2. What was the formula for differentiating x to the power a? It was a x to the power a minus 1. Yes or no? So like this, we will differentiate x cube first. So x cube would be 3x square, 4x square would be 8x, and 3x would be 3. So our answer would be 3x square minus 8x minus 3. Let's move on to the next question. The curve has an equation this. Work out the coordinate of the two stationary points. Show all your working. So what is a stationary point? So a curve is like this. For example, so the stationary point is the point where the slope is 0. And how do we find the slope of the curve? That is dy over dx. So we'll put dy over dx equals to 0. So our dy over dx, the slope was 3x square minus 8x minus 3. So by putting it 0, we can use our calculator to find the value of x. It would be 3 and negative 1 by 3. So at x equals to 3, how can I find the value of y? Always remember, to find the value of y, we have to jump to the equation. Write this point. So we'll put the value of x in the equation and we can find the value of y. And our value of y would be negative 18. And at x equals to minus 1 by 3, our value of y would be 14 upon 27. Our first question is solved. Now let us jump on to the C part of it. The C part states, determine whether each stationary point is a maximum or a minimum. How can we find that? Imagine this is the slope. This was a stationary point. Can you see that the slope was going up, 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 and the down of this point, this is a maximum point, right? Because it has the top. And if it would have been like this, it would have been our minimum point. See, for the maximum point, the slope was going up, it was positive, and after the maximum point, it was going negative. How can I find the story afterwards? So we can double differentiate the equation. Our equation was this. We are doing double differentiation. How can we double differentiate? Simply the same rule applies for this. Differentiation of 3x square would be 6x, of minus 8x would be minus 8. So our double differentiation goes like this. Now I have to check for the values of x, which I got in the first case. It was 3 and negative 1 by 3. At x equals to 3, our d square y upon dx square is coming minimum. That means it is positive, right? So if it is positive, that means that after this slope, after this point, the slope is increasing. That means it is the minimum point. And for x equals to negative 1 by 3, it is coming negative. Let's quickly do this question now. ABC is a triangle, B is a point this, A is a point this, and CA has also been given. Mark the direction CA has been given to us. How can we find the coordinates of C? To find the coordinates of C, they mean that find the position vector of C from the origin. So how can I find it? To go from A to C or C to A, there are two ways. So the first way has been already given to us, direct way. The other way is we can go CO plus OA. Do you agree with me? We are not aware about CO, but can we write CO as negative OC plus OA? So it would give us OA minus OC. CA equals to OA minus OC. Now OC will go that way and CA will come this side. The sign will change. So OC equals to OA minus CA. What is OA given to us? 414. This is the position vector. And what is CA has been given to us? Negative 11, 8. If we subtract them, then we will get the answer as 15 and 6. How come 15? 4 minus 11 is 15 and 14 minus 8 is 6. Now let us move to find BA. Like the same way, BA would be OA minus OB, and that would give us 414 minus 1 minus 10. How come OA minus OB? So we have to find BA. So there are two ways to go from BA. So the first way is the straight way, and the second way is BO plus OA. So it will be give us BO plus OA. Can we write BO as negative OB plus OA? That would give us OA minus OB. So OA, that has already been given to us, minus OB. So BA vector would be 324. We have to find the magnitude of CA. So CA has been given to us this. How can we find the magnitude? We have to just square them and take the under root by adding them. Let's jump on to this question now. OMN is a triangle. OM equals to A, ON equals to B. R is a point on MN such that MR is to RN is 3 is to 2. ORT is a straight line. We have to show this. Now, how can we show this? We have to find OR first. That means we have to find this one. How can we go from O to R? We can choose this direction from O to M, then M to R, or we can go from O to N and then N to R. How can we find MR and RN? Is there a way? Yes, we have been given a ratio MR is to RN is equal to us 3 is to 2. What do we mean by this? So, this means that MR equals to 3 by 5 of Mn. How can I say 3/5? Because total parts are 5, 3 plus 2, and it is 3 times part, or we can say it is 3 part out of 5. Now, how can I say 3 out of 5? Because total parts are 5, and out of those 5 parts, MR is 3. So now it is 3/5 and 3/5, and RN is 2/5 of Mn. If I find Mn, my case will be solved. How can I go from M to N? It would be in this direction. We are moving opposite direction. So it would be negative A plus B, because we are moving in same direction over here. So our Mn would be negative A plus B. So MR would be 3/5 of negative A plus B, and Rn would be 2/5 of negative A plus B. Just keep that in mind. Now OR is OM plus MR, OM plus MR. We know what our MR is. So it would be A plus 3/5 of B minus A. We can call it B minus A. Yes or no? So it will result in this answer, and hence proved. Now NT equals to 4A plus KB, OT equals to COR. We have to find the value of K and the value of C. How can we do that? So OT equals to C times OR. Now, if you look carefully, we have already figured out what OR is. We have already proved it. So it is C times 2 upon 5A plus 3B. That if we multiply C inside, it will result in this one. We will name it as 1. Now OT, we have to go from O to T. O to T. That will result in B plus NT. Yes or no? B plus NT, and NT has been given to us as 4A plus KB. So it is like this. So it will give us B plus 4A plus KB. Now, if I take the terms, listen to me, B terms together. So this is B, and take B common. It will result in this one, second term. Now we will compare the coefficients of A and coefficients of B. So the coefficient of A is 4 over here, and over here is 2/5 C. So 4 equals to 2/5 C, C equals to 10, and coefficient of B, K plus 1 equals to 3/5 times 10, K plus 1 equals to 3/5 times C, and C value was 10, so 3/5 times 10, so we will get K as 5. We got K as 5 and C as 10. We have to find MT. Now to find MT, MT equals to MO plus ON plus NT. Let's figure it out. MT is like this. So it is MO plus ON plus NT. I have gone this way, you might have gone some other way as well. So it would be MO is negative A plus B. Alright. So MO is negative A. Then we have to go ON. ON is B. So it would be negative A plus B. Then NT is 4A. KB it was KB. Now the value of K has been given to us 5. So it would be 4A plus 5B. That will result in answer 3A plus 6B. Let us move on to the next question. This is our next question. If you like the video, please subscribe the channel. It gives us great support. So this is our next question. If you like the video, please don't forget to subscribe the channel. So the next question is, 3x plus 1, x plus 5, x minus 4, gx equals to this, hx equals to this. So three functions have been given to us. We have to find f0. Really simple. We have to replace x with 0. So over here 0, over here 0, and over here 0, and we will get minus 20 as the answer. We have to find g inverse of x. How can we do that? We will replace gx by y and now make x the subject. How can we make x the subject? This is negative 3. It will go there and become positive 3. 2 is in multiplication, it will go there and become in division. So x equals to this. Now replace x with y. Okay. So y को x से replace. So the next part, let me do it for you. So it was gx equals to 2x minus 3. We will replace this function with y equals to 2x minus 3. Now we have to make x the subject. So for making x the subject, we have to send 3 over there. It will be y plus 3. Now 2 is in multiplication. When it reaches there, it will become in division. So x equals to this. We will replace this y with x. So g inverse x equals to x plus 3 upon 2. We got the answer. Very good. Now we have to find GH2. To find GH2, we will start from inside. We will find H2 first. So our H function was this. So we'll replace X with 2. It would give us 4 to the power 2 times 2 minus 1. It is 4 cube and 4 cube is 64. Now we will put that value 64 in G function. That will result in 2 times 64 minus 3, that is 125. Let us find g2x, that is equal to 7. We have to find the value of x. So we will put the value 2x into the function, that was 2x minus 3. Instead of x, we will put 2x. Now we will equate it to 7. That is 4x minus 3 equals to 7 and x equals to 5 by 2. Let us move on to the next question. Simplify gx square plus ggx plus 1. So let us do that. We will replace gx square first. Gx square equals to 2x square minus 3. Now ggx equals to 2 into 2x minus 3. What are we doing here? We are putting gx into g. That is 2x minus 3 into 2x minus 3. So 2x minus 3. Instead of x, we are putting 2x minus 3. It would be 2 into 2x minus 3 minus 3. That would result in 4x minus 9. Now, if we put the value 2x square minus 3 plus 4x minus 9 plus 1, that will result in 2x square plus 4x minus 1. Let us move on to the D part now. You have to find h inverse 16. So, it might be complicated for you if you are not aware about logarithm functions, but don't worry, I will teach you. So, it is like this. We have to find inverse. We will equate it to y. Now, imagine this. If we have log a to the power b, we can take the power forward. It is b log a. You will keep that in mind now. So let us start to solve this question now. So we will take log both sides. That will result in log y equals to log y to the power 2x minus 1. Now the power comes forward. If the power comes forward over here, it will result in this log y equals to 2x minus 1 log 4. Now we have to make x the subject. So log 4 will go that side. Over here it is in multiplication. Over there it will reach in division. Now this is negative 1. If it reaches there, it will become positive 1. 2 is in multiplication. Again it will go that side and come in division. So x will be equals to this. Now we have to find h inverse of x. H inverse of x equals to, we will replace this y with x. Now we have to find h inverse 16. We will replace the value of x from 16. So it would be 1 by 2 log 16 upon log 4 plus 1. You just think about this. If 2 is going that side, it will divide the whole of it. That's why I put a bracket and I have placed 1 by 2 outside the bracket. It will result in something like this. If I use my calculator to find the value, it would be 3 upon 2 or 1.5. Very good. Now, we have to find the value of a, b and c. For that, we have to expand it first. I will multiply x plus 5 with x minus 4. So, how can I do that? X plus 5 into x minus 4. We'll multiply xx, that would be x square. X into my negative 4, that would be 4x. Now, 5 into x, that is 5x. 5 into negative 4, that is negative 20. Minus 4 plus 5 is just x. positive 1, that is x. Now we will multiply these two. First we will multiply 3x with it, then 1 with it. So if I multiply 3x with x square, 3x cube, 3x with x, 3x square. Like this we will solve them and we can compare the values afterwards. So a over here is 3, b over here is, let me see, b over here is 4, c is negative 59 and d is negative 20. So the end of this question also. Let us jump to the next question. So this is our next question. The diagram shows solid formed by two hemisphere in cylinder. The radius of the hemisphere is this. The radius of small hemisphere and the radius of cylinder are both this. Height of the cylinder is this. Show that the volume of the solid correct to nearest cubic meter is this. Now just look at it. The volume of cylinder is pi r square h. Alright. Now let this be r1 and this be r2. Okay. So our total volume would be pi r1 square h plus 2 upon 3 pi r1 ka cube, then 2 upon 3 pi r2 ka cube. Okay. We will just put the values in a calculator and we will get the answer. Simple question. Now a mathematically similar solid is made of silver. The radius is this one and the 1 centimeter cube of silver has mass this one. Total mass we have to calculate. Now we have been given a relation of volume to mass. So first of all we have to find the volume of the second solid. How can we find it? Let the volume be V1. Alright. And let the volume of this toy be V2. So V1 upon V2 equals to R1 ka cube upon R2 ka cube. This is the law in similarity what we have been taught. For volume we cube it, for area we square it. Alright. So R1 we know is 0.6, R2 we know is 3.6. Now V2 is in division over here, over there it will go in multiplication. V2 we have already calculated in the previous question, previous part. And if we put this value in a calculator, it will give us 3.2 centimeter cube. Now for 1 centimeter cube it was 10.49 grams. For 3.2 it would be 3.2 times 10.49, that would be 33.6 gram. Let's move on to the B part. AOB is a sector of the circle, center O, AO is this, sector angle is this. Calculate the length of the arc of this sector. How can we do that? That is theta upon 360 times 2 pi r. You have to only calculate the length of arc, not the perimeter, alright? In perimeter, we take the radius. For length of arc, we will only take this one. That would result in 216 upon 360 times 2 times pi times the radius, that is 10. Now, if you put this value in the calculator in pi forms, you will get 12 pi. The cone is made up of this sector by joining OA and OB. Calculate the volume of cone. All of us know the volume of cone is this. Alright, now let us try to figure this out. We are joining these 2 points, okay, to make a cone. Now the cone would be like this. Now imagine, now just imagine with me that this is made by this. If you can imagine, just imagine this, yes or no? So the total circumference of this circle would be equals to the arc length. Arc length equals to this circumference, yes or no? And arc length was 12 pi and circumference is 2 pi r. That will result in pi cancels out with pi, r equals to 6, radius equals to 6. So we know the radius. Now imagine this. Now this would be r's length height. Yes or no? Which is 10. We have to find our height. How can we find our height, my friends? Yes, we can use Pythagoras theorem. That would be 10 square minus 6 square under root. That will result in 8. So our height is 8. Now we know the formula to calculate the volume of the cone, that is 1 by 3 pi r square h. Alright. So we will use 1 by 3 pi r we know, 6 times h we know now, that is 8. So it will result in 1 by 3 pi 6 square times 8, that is 301.44. Very good. You got this question now. Let us move on to the next question. The frequency table shows the time each 42 athletes in a race. All right. Calculate the estimate of the mean time. How can we calculate the estimate? First, we have to calculate the mid value of these. To calculate the mean, we will calculate the mid values, and mid values will result in, how can I calculate the mid value? Just add them and divide it by 2. You can use your calculator. That is 21.75 plus upon total. That will result in 2 to 6 seconds. Complete the histogram to show the information in a frequency table. So we have been given frequency density. And now listen, frequency density equals to frequency upon class width. So let us find the density of everyone. So the class width is 3 because 219 minus 216 is 3. Over here is 5. Over here is 10. Over here is 10. Over here is 20. If we divide 9 by 3, it is 3. Over here 14 upon 5 is 2.8, 1.4, 0.2, 0.1, 5. Now let us plot it. Okay, we know the frequency density, we know the time. So for 219 to 224, that is over 219 to 224, it was 2.8. We will plot it. Over here is 2.8. Like this, we will plot for everyone 1.4, 0.2, 0.15. Okay, so the next one was 1.4. So 1.4 is over here. We have plotted it this one as well, 1.4. For the next one, it was 0.2. So the 0.2 is over here. All right. Then 0.15. So 0.15 is over here, and we got this. Very good. First sequence, it's easy. Plus 4, plus 4, plus 4. So next one would be plus 4, that is 9. So how can we find the nth term for it? So to find the nth term for it, first of all, write the common difference, that is 4. And we have to find the nth term, and it is an AP. On the first time we got the common difference 4, so it would be 4n. So let us put 1 over n. So that would be 4 times 1, that is 4. How can we make 4 7? By subtracting 11. So the nth term for it would be 4n minus 11. For the next one, the sequence is 7, 13, 23, 37. The difference is 6, 10, and 14. Oh, we don't got it. We have not got it. So 6 and 10 would be 4. 10 and 14 would be again 4. We got it in the second attempt. So it is a quadratic. Yes or no? Yes, it is a quadratic. How can we find the nth term of quadratic? To find the nth term of quadratic, we have to write first n square. Now, 1 square would be 1. How can we make 1 7? By adding 6. So let us try for n square plus 6. For second term, it would be 4 plus 6, that is 10, but we have to find 13. So this won't work. Let us use 2 instead of 1. We'll multiply n square with 2 now. So it would be 2n square. How can we make 2n square 7? So 2n square would be 2n square plus 5. Yes or no? 2 into 1 ka square plus 5. That would be 7. Let us check for the second term. So it would be 2 times 2 square plus 5. That would be 13. Yes, we got it. 2n square plus 5. So we'll write 2n square plus 5 over here. For the last one, it is 2, 3, 4, 5, and 27, 81, and 243, and 729. So as I can see is, it is 2 upon 3 cube plus 3 upon, not plus, the next term is 3 upon 3 to the power 4, 4 upon 3 to the power 5, 5 upon 3 to the power 6. So the next one would be 6 upon 3 to the power 7, that is 2187. How can I find the nth term? So if I take n as 1, okay, let us take n as 1. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. How can I make 1 2? By adding 1. So it would be n plus 1. So for the above numerator, the term would be n plus 1. Okay. Now for the denominator, it would be 3 to the power n plus 2, because how can I make 1 3? By adding 2 to it. You can check for it. Now we got the answer for this one as well. The next question is, in a sequence, the sum of first 49 terms is this. Sum of first 50 terms is this. How can we find the 50th term? So see, So the sum of first 49 term is still here, and the sum of first 50 term is still here. How can I find the 50th term? By subtracting them. We can find the 50th term. Yes or no? If I subtract from the sum of 50 this part, I will only remain with the 50th term. So we'll just subtract it and the answer would be 331. Let us move on to the next question. For the next question, ACD is a right angle triangle. BC, AC and BC equals to this. AD equals to this and angle ABD equals to this. We have to calculate ACD. So our ACD is this angle. To calculate ACD, we have to find the value of x first. For that, we will use SOHCAHTOA. So we can use TOA over here. Tan equals to opposite upon adjacent. What do you mean by opposite? We are using this triangle, and opposite means the side opposite to the angle, that is 83.2. So it would be 83.2 upon adjacent, that is x. So it would be, if we reciprocal both sides, x equals to 832 upon 1038. We just reciprocal both sides. All right. So it would be like this: x upon 832, 83.2 equals to 1038. All right. 1 upon 1038. So 832, 83.2 goes that side. So it would be 83.2 upon 1038. All right. So what is CA? CA would be 54.5, that is this, plus 83.2, not 832, 83.2. All right. So we have to find this angle, that would be same TOA, opposite, that is 83.2 upon total of this. So upon total of this, I'm a bit lazy. You can find it in the calculator first, then put it over here. So C would be equals to 10 inverse. If 10 will go there, it will be inverse, right? 10 inverse of this value. So let me mark it, 10 inverse of this value, and you can put directly into your calculator and you will get this answer. All right. Now, EFG is a right angle triangle. A circle can be drawn passing through three vertices of the triangle. Explain, mark the position of center of the circle. Now see, the angle is 90 and all of us know that angle in a semicircle is 90 because it is a straight line, diameter is a straight line, and over here is 180 and it makes half, the arc makes half at the circumference. So half of 180 is 90 degree. Yes or no? And angle in a semicircle is also 90. So the midpoint of this line FG would be the center, and we can draw a circle like this because angle in a semicircle is 90. Very good. Now, in triangle LMN, ratio L is to M is this, L is to M is to N. In triangle PQ is 6, PR is this, QR is this. Calculate the difference between the largest angle in a triangle PQR and largest angle in LMN. Now listen, the largest angle would be in front of this angle, yes or no? The largest side. Just imagine the angle in front of the largest side will be the largest. Now we will use cosine rule to find this angle. Alright, so let this angle be cos r. Let this angle be r. This will be the largest, yes or no? So the cosine rule says c square equals to a square plus b square minus 2ab cos c. Now over here we are finding r, so we will write cos r. This side would be 6, so 6 square, 4 square plus 5 square minus 2 times 4 times 5 cos r. We'll find the value of cos r from here. So r would be cos inverse 5 upon 40, r would be 82.8. Now listen, for this triangle we know the value of r. Now let us move on to the next triangle, LMN. We know the value of the largest angle in PQR, that is angle R. Why? Because it was in front of the largest side. Now listen, in this triangle, we know that the largest angle is this one, angle N. Again, it is in front of the largest side. Now listen very carefully. How can we find angle N? Total sum is 180. Yes or no? We are dividing 180 in how many parts? 4 plus 5 plus 6. 4 plus 5 plus 6. Now we will times it by 6 and we will get the answer. That is 72. And the difference of these two would be 10.8. Very good. Now let us move on to the next question. Let us start with probability now. Lucia has two fair spinners, this one, this one. Lucia spins two spinners and records whether they land on a prime number. What are the prime numbers? Is one a prime number? No, one is not a prime number. It starts from 2 then 3, then 5. So we can see only 3 prime numbers in this. So we have to complete the tree diagram. Prime number for spinner A. We can clearly see that spinner A has 1, 2 and 3 prime numbers. So it would be 3 by 5. Spinner B has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it would be 5 upon 9. Alright. So non-prime over here would be 2 by 5 and over here would be 4 by 9. We can just write it down and complete the tree diagram. Both prime. Repeat after me. Both prime. See, both prime. We are moving on the branch. So first is this and the second is this. If we are moving like this in a branch, we multiply the probabilities. That would be 3 by 5 times 5 by 9. That will give us 1 by 3. Not prime. So if both are prime, alright, so if both are prime, two numbers are not both prime. Not both prime. So what can we do? We can just subtract it from the total probability, that is 1. So both prime are 1 by 3, right? We will subtract it by the total probability, that is 1, and we will get 2 by 3. Lucius spin the spinner 120 times. Find the expected number of times spinner lands on a prime number. So we can see clearly that we are talking over here about spinner A. What was the probability that the spinner A was going on prime number was 3 by 5. Alright. So if I do 3 by 5 times 120 over here, just ignore this, write 5 over here. Alright. So it would be 5 1 and 5 24 and 24 times 3 is 72. And we got that. Now for the next question, Lucia spins spinner B twice. Find the probability that the two numbers it lands on add up to 9 or more. Now this is the spinner B, right? It has 3 times, 4 times and 5 2 times. How can we get a sum at 9 or more than 9? So there are three outcomes, 4 5, 5 4 and 5 5. What is the probability of 4? The probability of 4 is 4 by 9 times the probability of 5, that would be 2 by 9, plus what is the probability of 5, that is 2 by 9, times the probability of 4, because they are independent variables, right, that is 4 by 9, plus the probability of 5 is 2 by 9 times 2 by 9. You can use your calculator and you will get the answer 20 upon 81. Now this is a question. Lucia keeps spinning spinner B until it lands on 4. Find an expression in terms of n for the probability that this happen on the nth spin. Now let this number be n. For example, let n be 10. For just example. So on the 10th spin, she is getting number 4. So what is the probability of getting it in the 10th spin? That is 4 by 9. Now on these spins, these 9 spins, alright, she doesn't get it. So what is the probability of not getting 4? That is 5 by 9. So the total probability of this would be 5 by 9 ki power 9 times, let me tell you why power 9. So for the first one is 5 power 9, 5 upon 9, 5 upon 9. If we multiply it 9 times, it will give us 5 upon 9 to the power 9. Alright, times 4 upon 9. So as you can see over here we have n minus 1. So it would be 5 upon 9 to the power n minus 1 times 4 upon 9. This is our answer. One more easy question for us. The table shows the information. The average distance of Mars from Sun is this kilometer. Write the distance in ordinary number. So how can we write it? We will just imagine it as a frog. We will make it jump. How many times? 8 times. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So this would be our answer. The planet Uranus has a diameter 35.8 or percentage of diameter of Jupiter. Calculate the diameter of Uranus. Alright. So what is the diameter for Uranus? It is 35.8 percentage of Jupiter. So if we remove the percentage sign, 100 comes. Of means multiplication. And what is the diameter of Jupiter? That is 14300. You can see it from here, 143,000. We will use a calculator and we can find the answer. The ratio of diameter of Neptune to diameter of Saturn can be written in form of 1:n. So the ratio is like this. How can I make 495,001 by dividing it by the same number? Very simple question, sir. So we will divide the next ratio also by 49500 and we will get 1 is to 2.43. So the value of n is 2.43. The average distance of Neptune from the sun as a percentage of average distance of the Earth from the sun is this. All right. So we have to find the average distance of Neptune from sun as a percentage. Listen, as a percentage of average distance of Earth from sun. All right, so let us find the distance of Earth from Sun. That is 1.496 into 10 to the power 8, as you can see from here. All right. So how do we find the percentage? First, we have to find the fraction. First, we have to compare, then multiply the fraction by 100. All right. So we are comparing Earth from Neptune, and then we'll multiply it by 100, and we'll get the answer like this. That is 3004 approx. Distances between the solar system are also measured in astronomical units. Average distance of sun इतना है. Calculate the average distance of Mars from sun in astronomical unit. All right, so this is distance of Jupiter from the sun. It has been given to us in the question C, and this one is 5.28 AU astronomical units. As you can see, 5.20, not 2820. So this much kilometer is equals to itna. So what is the value of 1 kilometer? How can I make this value 1? How can I make this value 1? By dividing it by the same value. So we'll divide this side also by this value. So 1 kilometer will be equals to this one. All right. Now 2.27 into 10 to the power 8 would be equals to 2.27 into 10 to the power 8 times 5.20 upon 7.786 into 10 to the power 8. That will result in 1.516. Why have I multiplied by this? Because this is the value of 1 kilometer. Okay. So 1 kilometer equals to this much AU. And we can find the value by putting the values in the calculator. Diameter of Mars is this percentage greater than diameter of Mercury. Calculate the diameter of Mercury. So there are two ways to find it. I will give you an easier way. So now listen. Diameter of Mars, this is the diameter of Mars, equals to, let the diameter of Mercury be x first, equals to x plus 39.2 percentage of x. Done? Now, it will result in 39.2 upon 100 times x. All right, we will take the LCM and we will send 100 over there. Okay, let me solve this one for you. X plus 39.2 x upon 100. We have the denominator 1. We will multiply it by 100. We have to multiply the numerator also by 100. So this would be 100x plus 39.2x upon 100, which will result in 139.2x upon 100. 100 will go to that side. It will go in multiplication, and this 139.2 will go in division. We can divide and multiply, and the final answer would be this. Now, 1 light year is the distance light travels. Let me raise this one. All right, let me raise this one first. Now see, 1 light year is the distance light travels in a year of 365.25 days. The speed of light is this kilometers per second. Show that 1 light year equals to this one, correct to 4 significant figures. Now see, we know that 1 light year is distance light travels in a year in this much days. But we need the speed of light in kilometers per second. So let us find how many seconds are there in a year. So it would be this multiplied by 24 into 60 into 60 seconds. For we have changed days into hours, into minutes, into seconds. That result in this one. Now distance equals to speed into time. All right. So we know the speed of light is this, and the distance would be equals to speed times seconds, how much time it took, and that will result in this one, correct to 4 significant figures. Now the distance from Andromeda galaxy to the Earth is this much. Calculate the time taken for the light to travel from this galaxy to Earth. Now time equals to distance upon speed. We know the speed. The speed was this much, and we know the distance as well, that is this much. It is really simple. We'll just divide them and we can get 2.54 million years. Okay. Now The answer was this now, we converted into million. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, this question now. S equals to half at square. We have to find the value of S when A equals to this and T equals to this. Replace A by 9.8, replace T by 20 and just put it in your calculator and you will get the answer. Really simple question. We have to solve this. Alright. So 5 is in multiplication over here. Over there it will go in division. It would be 4y minus 3 equals to 3. Y equals to 3 by 2. Okay. How 3 by 2? Let me tell you. 4y minus 3 equals to 3. 4y equals to 3 plus 3. 4y equals to 6. Y equals to 6 by 2. That is 3 by 2. 6 by 4, sorry. 6 by 4, that is 3 by 2. We have to expand and simplify. We'll multiply 3 by both numbers. That will result in 15x minus 24 minus 2 by both numbers. See, minus is outside. So don't forget to change the sign. Alright, 15x minus 6x is 9x, minus 24 plus 14 is minus 10. You have to rearrange and make C the subject. So first of all, circle C and send, or what we can do is we can take this minus 3 over there and send this A over here. This is negative over here. If it goes there, it will become positive and A will become negative. Now we will send this 3 is in multiplication, so it will go in division, and then we will take cube root both sides and the answer would be on your screen. This is the answer. Factorize completely. Alright, so see, we can take 2q common from here. Alright, it would result in 3p minus 2. We can take negative 1 common from here. So again it will be 3p minus 2. We can take 3p minus 2 from both common and the answer would be this one. Last but not the least. So the last question is shape A onto shape B. So let us mark these 2 points and see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So negative 7 because we write x is to y, right? And we are moving left, so negative 7. And 1 down, that means negative 1. So negative 7, negative 1. Shape A onto shape C. We can clearly see it is rotation, but how to find it? We will match the following. So we will first match these 2 lines and we will match these 2 lines. Okay, now we will make perpendicular bisector of these 2 lines. So the perpendicular bisector for this one would lie somewhere over here, and perpendicular bisector of this line will lie somewhere here. So our center of rotation would be 5, 1. Alright, we can clearly see if we place a tracing paper over here that it is a clockwise rotation and we are rotating it at 90 degree. So we'll write rotation 90 degree, clockwise with center of rotation 5, 1. On a grid, draw image of shape A after reflection in line y equals to 2. So y equals to 2, let me erase this one. What is y equals to 2? So come on y2. So it must be over here. How can we draw y equals to 2? We have to draw this line. Now we have to reflect this shape. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 4 more up. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this would be over here. The next, this point would be over here. And then 2 more up for this point. And we can just draw the shape. Very good. You got this question. It was easy. Shape A after enlargement of scale factor negative 2 of center 0, 0. Alright. So let us solve this one as well. Now we are enlarging the shape from center 0, 0. So if we have to write the coordinates of all points, first of all, this point is 2, negative 2. This point is 3, negative 2. And this point is 3, negative 4. You have to multiply all of them by negative 2 and get a final answers. So this point will become 4, 2, 2, 2 negative 2 multiplied by negative 2 will become negative 4 and 4. And this point is over here, negative 4 and 4. So first point will be over here. This will become negative 6 and 4. So negative 6 is here and 4 is over here. Alright. And this one will become negative 6 and 8. So negative 6 is over here and 8 is over here. So our shape would be like this. This is our shape A. So this was it for today. If you have loved this video, don't forget to subscribe and share the channel.